What's up, Gemini? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Alright guys, so this is going to be your March love reading. So let's see what's going on, and this will be for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, okay guys? So I'm going to do your spread on love, past, present, future. Then I will do some advice for singles and some advice for couples at the end so you guys know how it's going to relate to you, okay? So let's see what's going on here. What is happening for the sign of Gemini? March 2018. Alright, guys. Alright, so the energy that you guys have is the shadow side in the reverse. So for this particular deck, and for anyone who's interested, it's a Witch's Tarot. But for this deck, the shadow side in the reverse is, or the shadow side regularly is a Devil card. Okay, so with this being in the reverse, you guys are getting yourselves out of something toxic. You know, it could have been a toxic mindset that you had towards somebody. It could have been bad habits that you guys had towards somebody. Or maybe you're just completely, you know, releasing a negative person out of your life. Behind that, we do have the Lover's card, okay? And the Four of Cups. So here you guys are releasing something that could be negative for you, but there's an offer that's being accepted, okay? All right. So the first card that you guys have for the past is the Two of Wands. So with the Two of Wands, there's something here that you were very passionate about. You knew exactly which path you wanted to take, you know, when it came to love. And with the Three of Pentacles, this is you guys building. This is you guys working. This is you guys talking to someone, having similar ideals as them, you know, going towards the same things, really understanding one another and building. And you have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So there was no sense of anxiety or stressing over this person. Or maybe if you were single, you just weren't stressed about anything at all. Okay? But you're definitely building. Now we have the Fool card here. So despite whether you're single, maybe some of you were becoming recently single. Maybe some of you were getting, you know, into a new relationship. But with the Fool card here, you know, there's new possibilities. There's new starts. You guys are excited about, you know, the possible. Now, the next card that you guys have for the past is the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So with this, there could be a fallout of some sorts. It could be somebody losing feelings in a situation. You know, this could be heavy arguing or just straight up a fallout with somebody. All right, and we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So some sort of fallout, something where maybe even someone's holding back, you know, their emotions, but things here are not balanced. There's someone that is putting in more effort than the other, or if you're single, you could just be imbalanced within yourself with something that ended. All right, and you have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So for some of you, you could have been dealing with the Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, but there could have been somebody here that was just being promiscuous, you know, having fun, being very charming, but not being very reliable when it comes to commitment. Okay, so for some of you, if you're single, you could have just been having a fun time. Okay, for some of you that were in a relationship, there could have been a fallout because of this. Now, the last card that you guys have is the Temperance card. So you find balance, you know, at the end of all of this. And you have the Three of Wands. So for some of you, you turn your back on something that, you know, at that point, it just didn't make sense for you. For others of you, there could have been something that you're waiting on. Or maybe you're just looking at the world and saying, you know, there's so much out here. So, you know, the possibilities are limitless. And you have the Four of Swords in the reverse. So you guys put a lot of thought into something. You know, with the Four of Swords in the reverse is going to require a lot of critical thinking here. Where you're going to realistically think, you know, which is the best way for me to move forward? What's going to benefit me the most? And what's going to put me in a situation that's going to be, you know, the least stressful, okay? But there's definitely, you know, a big decision that you have to make here. But with the Four of Swords in the reverse, I feel like you guys do make it. You do get through whatever. Now, in the present moment, the first card that you guys have is the Death card. So with the Death card, death just simply means change. Okay, this is a 180 in your situation. So if there's fighting and arguing in the past, then things are changing, things are better. If some of you are single, this could be getting into a relationship. For those of you that are in a relationship, this could be ending a relationship. And again, if you're going through any problems in a relationship, this could be things just, taking a better turn. You have the High Priest. So this is the Hierophant in this deck. For me personally, this is my confirmation card. Anytime this comes out, this is you going on a path that you're really supposed to be on. You really taking the higher path in life. Okay, going towards something that your soul really resonates with. And with the 10 of Wands, you could feel like whatever it is that you want could have a lot of burden, or maybe you just feel burdened in life. For some of you, maybe you have somebody that you're having a hard time moving away from. Maybe you're burdened by a situation that you don't want to leave. Okay, but there could be a sense of instability here, although you are happy with that person. Now, the next card here is the Queen of Pentacles. So it could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that's very significant in your life. Okay, but regardless of sign, this is going to be someone who's very stable. This is somebody that, they really want to go the long haul with you. Somebody that's willing to be patient. Someone who's willing to, really try to understand what's happening in a situation. All right, and we have the Star card in the reverse. So with the Star card in the reverse, you could be losing faith in this person. Or maybe you guys are trying to find stability after a love situation or during a love situation, and you don't feel hopeful that you will. Okay, and we have the Seven of Wands. So the good thing here is some of you could be losing faith in somebody. Saying maybe this isn't my wish fulfillment anymore. I'm scared that I might not get what I want out of this, but I'm going to stand my ground. Okay, because I want things to, pan out the right way. I want things to be just. I want things to be fair. And for the last card, you guys have the Hermit card. So here you could be dealing with the Virgo specifically. But with the Hermit card, for those who are single, this could be just you, really taking this time to find wisdom within yourself, to regroup yourself in a sense before you move forward. If this is within a relationship, then this is you really just wanting to focus on that relationship. Okay, so it's like, look, hon, there's no one in the room but you and me. And we have the Five of Wands in reverse. So regardless of which situation you fall into, you don't want any problems. You don't want any tensions. You don't want to fight. You just want things to be good here. You want things to be calm. And you have the Page of Cups. All right, so with this, it could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio that you're talking to. But with the Page of Cups, this is just a communicator of emotional things, okay, things that we're emotionally attached to, things that we're emotionally invested in or that we want to build. So for some of you, there could be, somebody new possibly coming into your life, or this could be you just trying to talk to your partner, in a loving way and trying to find, that happy medium. And we have the Moon card in the reverse. So once you guys get to this point, there's clarity here. How you want to move forward. Moving forward, guys, you have the Karma card. All right, in this deck, this is the replacement for the Judgment card. So this is when you really take a step back and you really decide, what the reality is of the situation. With the Nine of Wands, you guys are really standing your ground with something, whether it be, being single or being in a relationship, but you're standing your ground. You're being very, very resilient. For some of you, you could feel tired. You could feel exhausted. You could be asking yourself, when is this going to end, or when am I going to get the results that I want? But with, the tarot deck, remember, guys, that the number of completion is 10. Okay, so with the Nine of Wands, even if you feel tired about something, you're literally right at the place before a breakthrough. Okay. And you have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. So honestly, if this is a relationship, you guys are just really fighting. You guys are, I don't want to say fighting in terms of like yelling at each other. I mean just fighting for the relationship, talking with one another, wanting to understand one another, putting in effort into one another. If this is you guys single, then this is you guys, getting into a new start, taking your time with this new start, really getting to know the person, really setting a foundation, and not just running into this thing full speed. The Pentacle energy is the slowest energy, but it's also the most stable. All right. Fool card. So this is going to be new for you guys. Something that you could, very well be excited about. Now you have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, so there's a fallout of some sort. So for some of you, maybe things take a drastic turn, but let's see why this Ace of Wands in the reverse is here. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Now for some of you who are dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and again, it doesn't have to be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This could just be the energy that that person is holding. You guys could be holding this energy. So with the King of Pentacles in the reverse, this is going to be someone that is not emotionally invested in you as you may be in them, or vice versa. Okay, so there's somebody here that is here for convenience, or maybe they're here because they're just used to the situation, or you know, they've just been in it so long they don't know how to get out. Okay, but this is someone that will come to you when it's convenient for them. Okay, but if you're having a hard day, or if you really, really need them, they're not necessarily the most reliable person. Okay, or maybe this is you guys having some sort of financial setback, or something that you guys were passionate about, something that you guys wanted to do, it just didn't want to work out, or it didn't work out rather. For others of you, if you're single, maybe there's just someone you're not interested in like that, so you stop talking to them. As I say, stop talking to them, the Eight of Wands in the reverse pops out. So someone here becomes guarded against something that they don't want. You know, for couples, this could be you guys, you know, realizing maybe one of the two is not as emotionally invested. Maybe this won't work. Okay, or it could be a project that you wanted to do, a place that you wanted to go, an idea that you wanted to, you know, pursue, but there was just no action. There's no reciprocation, so you could be letting that go. For a lot of you, it could just be you guys being tight with money. But I feel like there's definitely a big change here where either somebody walks away, okay, or you guys just walk away from something that could have been catastrophic in a relationship. All right. The last card here, guys, is the Six of Cups in the reverse. So with the Six of Cups in the reverse, either this could be a reconciliation with someone from the past, or you putting someone in the past, or putting something in the past that, you know, you've outgrown at this point. All right, so let's see what's flying out here. We have the Four of Cups in the reverse again, so an offer being accepted. So many cards fell, so let's look at these. We have the Four of Wands in the reverse, which is a sense of instability, a sense of transition. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, where you may stop putting effort into something that you just don't see panning out or working out. And the Knight of Cups in the reverse, and the Magician. So there may be something you guys are really, really trying to move forward with, but you could tell yourself, look, this isn't going to work. Someone stepped out of the relationship. Okay, for others of you, maybe you just simply don't want to be in a relationship, so you don't put effort into it. All right, so, you know, it could be someone single that just wants to have fun, or it could be two people walking away from one another because, you know, one person couldn't, you know, stick to themselves. You know, one person decided to step out. All right, so let's get those cards of advice and see what's going on. All right, so singles first, and I'm going to pull you guys a love activation card as well. What advice do single Geminis need to hear? Okay, so straight up for some of you, you're going to have someone from your past who's trying to come back into your life, or someone that you may be wanting to reconcile with in your past. With the High Priest in the reverse, I have a feeling that this would be unconventional. It wouldn't be the best path for you to take, okay, because, you know, there could be a possibility that you guys return to someone that you've been overly emotional over, or maybe they're feeling that way towards you. But with the Tower card, you know, what this means is big change here, you know, but something that's going to be inevitable. And when looking at the energy here, yeah, there's love in the beginning, and you guys really try to work on things, and you try to build this foundation, but you have the Magician in the reverse where someone's being manipulative. You have the Five of Wands where there's conflict, there's drama, there's competition. Page of Cups in the reverse, you stop talking to this person. Fool card in the reverse, okay, just not something that you should get yourself into. Now, for the love activation card, And guys, this deck is The Power of Love by James Van Croft. So let's see what's going on and what card singles need to see. What card do single Geminis need to see? Let's see what flies out here, guys. These are brand new, so they're still a little stiff. Okay, so 2 popped out. So let's see what this is about. You guys got transformation and self-love. Okay, that says everything. So for transformation, it says you use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. Self-love. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. Okay, what are the illusions here, guys? Who has a smoke screen in front of you? And are you putting yourself first when they come into your life? So I think that this resonates perfectly with you guys. Okay. Now let's look for advice for couples. Let's see what's going on. Give me 3 cards of advice for Gemini couples. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. So with the Queen of Cups, for some of you, you know, it could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio that you're dealing with. But with the Queen of Cups, you know, she's very, very loving. She's very emotionally in tune. This is a card about healing as well. We have the 9 of Pentacles here where you guys are really trying to feel good in a situation. But there could be arguments. So just make sure that, you know, with the Knight of Swords in the reverse here that, you know, with that card, that's somebody who could act very reckless. Okay, so sometimes we cannot control what happens in our lives, but what we can control is how we react to it. Okay, so in this, there could be something where you want to react, you know, just a bit out of your element, throw out some shadow elements of your life. But we have the 6 of Wands in the reverse where there's something here that you don't feel you had victory over, something that you don't feel you won, or just something that you may have wanted that didn't come to pass. But, you know, for some of you, you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or this could just be the approach that you're taking. Whatever this is, whatever didn't work out for you, it's saying to, you know, keep moving forward slowly, get past whatever this is, all right? And that you're making good judgment here. For those of you that are dating a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, it's, you know, it's also saying that this is good judgment, all right? So I honestly just see this as a bump in the road. Okay. Let's see what cards are going to fly out for you guys. Okay. All right, this card wanted to fly out. All right, nice. I like this. So you guys have elevation. You are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. Okay. That is beautiful. So, you know, this is going to be a sense of you guys really thinking about your actions and how you come off in a relationship and saying, am I at my highest vibration right now? Am I thinking in the best way? Because a lot of the time I feel like, you know, things could just fall out due to misunderstandings or due to people just thinking so primitively and not really thinking in a mature way and in a spiritually, you know, matured way. Okay, so you guys really want to be at a point where you ask yourself, if I react in this way, is this going to help or hurt me long term in this relationship? All right, so definitely something to think about, guys. All right, Gemini. So for those of you that do want a personal reading, I have everything in my description in terms of how to get one. For iPhone users, guys, I do have an app called InstantGo. Everything's in the description, so you can literally just call or text me on that. And if I'm not available when you call me, I'll definitely let you know the moment that I am available. But for the questions on InstantGo, if you ask me a question on that, I will respond same day regardless of, what that question is. All right, guys. So I love you guys, and I will see you soon for your mid-months. Take care.